Y'all, I cannot believe I stayed up to watch an 11:30 skit to see this foolishness. The more and more I try to understand Piarry and Anthony's friendship and their perception of life, the more and more I get pissed off to the highest festivity. Let's watch.
Yeah, but what's going on with you? How was your day?
So this morning, I went to go see Kai. I was over Shayla's.
How's it going?
First thing first, so we already see that clearly when Anthony shows up in Shayla's presence, it's never about her anymore. It's about Kai. He's at the place now where he's done with Shayla, I guess. At least this is what's coming out of his mouth, but we all know little ankles. He will say one thing and do another and have a whole different intention in his heart. But he's making it clear that when he goes to see Shayla, he's not going there for Shayla, he's going for Kai.
I'm trying to walk and talk and do all that stuff. But Shayla was telling me that she ain't going nowhere. Talking about, this is our family, this is our legacy, I'm not going anywhere. And all the time I'm thinking, do you not realize there's other people involved in this situation? Like, not once did she even think about Amber. Or even me, how this is affecting me. I'm like, it's kind of selfish. Why do you think Shayla's acting selfish like that?
Shayla's always been selfish. Shayla doesn't care about anybody or anything but herself. And anything but her happiness or anything that brings her enjoyment or peace or fulfillment. Her idea of being fulfilled is based upon and it's predicated upon what a man can do for her. I think we all know that by now. And she's gone so deep into this relationship and so deep into this affair with you, Anthony, that she's not willing to look like a fool any more than she already has. Because even though people have talked bad about her, she's willing to be talked bad about so long as she still has you. So long as you make her Mrs. Dalton, even though you're still married. She does not care. Like this girl, her elevator don't go all the way up. It don't even leave the lobby. Okay?
I don't think Shayla is being selfish.
You don't?
Not at all. Shayla loves you. If anything, all she wants is for you guys to be a family again, for you guys to be a unit.
Piarry, what the ham sandwich are you talking about? You literally just told the man the other day that he need to be watchful of her, that you was scared, and what are you talking about? Maybe you need to go to bed. Maybe 11:30 is past your bedtime. Maybe you need to go to bed. Maybe Wayne got you working too much because you starting to talk crazy. Like what? How do you sound? You forgetting that this man whole married?
She's just fighting for her family.
She's fighting for her
She's
family.
thinking about you, her son, both of y'all's son, and yes, herself. Nobody's thinking about her, so she got to think about herself. But for her, herself is all three of you guys. It's not just her.
She's not thinking nobody's thinking about her. I'm doing everything for her.
This is Anthony's problem. He thinks money is a means of doing everything for a woman. See, sometimes we have to remember that when it comes to women, while money is great, while being financially provided for is great, they love to feel connected. They love to feel the emotional connection. They love your presence. And this is not validating Shayla. This is just in general. My time on this earth learning a lesson, a thing or two about women. Money does not replace the emotional connection. It's a plus, of course. It's one of them. For the most part, it's a must have. For a lot of women, most women. But money is not the end all be all.
No one's thinking about her? No, she's thinking about herself. She's not thinking about me. She's not thinking about Aaron.
All you're doing is breaking that girl's heart more and more every day.
Who cares about breaking her heart? Piarry, what are you talking about? What about Amber? The covenant he made with her? Like, what? I see why PR ain't married. I see, because she was, what? What? Oh.
Do you forget how we got here? People seem to forget that. You forget.
Well, Little Ankles, the first thing is how y'all got here. A lot of people don't even know how you got here. Let's start there. Because, see, a lot of people don't know how this started. Because every time somebody talk about you and Shayla, you always talk about Wayne and Amber. So nobody even has gotten around to asking the question, how did y'all first start messing around? When was the first time y'all started messing around? See, had you been transparent and started telling people, I was at home, I was intoxicated, she popped up after we had hung out, and she took advantage of me. Then people will start to know and put two and two together who really came after who. But you just now saying this, and so it's not even out there. A lot of people don't even know this yet. That it really matters. That the information would really matter to.
I had a wife before I even met Shayla. You forget that was her best friend?
No, but
She was your fiance. You married Amber while Shayla was in your immediate circle. That's what that was.
at some point you did, and now you guys are here, and you need to also think about her as well. Are you?
No, he doesn't. I disagree. He needs to think about how he's going to co-parent with Shayla. One. And two, he needs to think about how he's going to be transparent with Shayla about the mere fact that he wants to be with his wife. I disagree wholeheartedly, Piarry. Just because you have a child with somebody does not mean you have to be with them. You just have to co-parent for the best of your ability. But that does not mean you have to be with them. That does not mean you have to think about them and their happiness. Should you cause havoc in their life? No. Because like I said before in an earlier review, when they have your child, when your child is in their presence, you should want them to be in their best emotional and mental state as possible for the well-being of your child being in their presence.
You want to be with your wife? Cool, but make sure that Shayla is at least happy. You have to at least do right.
That's not his concern. Shayla's happiness is not. He's not vowed to make her happy. He's not obligated to make her happy. Sorry, I disagree, and I don't understand where PR coming from with this. This is the child. Oh, please.
Right by her.
Happy.
Yeah.
I'm paying for everything. I'm doing everything
It's not about money. I keep telling you that. You think everything is about money. It's not about money.
I'm not saying this about
You have to be
money.
present.
Yeah, not just say that, but who cares? Shayla and his wife.
I get that. But my business helps a lot of people. So I have to do things a certain way. So, like, my business puts people, it makes people employed. Like, and the reason I do what I do is to provide for Kai. But nobody's thinking about me in this whole thing.
You have some nerve. You call Shayla selfish, but listen to you. Listen to you. Nobody's thinking about me.
Wow.
Really? Everybody's thinking about you. Shayla can't think about anything but you. You're all she thinks about.
And
That's
nobody's
it.
thinking about Amber except me.
Now you ain't been thinking about Amber up until you found out that she wanted to unalive herself. That's the whole thing. Ironic thing about all of this. You didn't care nothing about Amber up until that point. And it took you trying to get her to go to counseling for another reason to find that out.
Well, that doesn't have anything to do with Shayla and Kai at this point. Like, why is she thinking about Amber?
I'm just saying, there's three
She
parties.
didn't make no promise to her. She didn't walk down the aisle with her. You did.
All right, I'm gonna cut this here because PR getting on my nerves. Listen, at the end of the day, when it comes to Shayla, his only concern should be how are we going to raise Kai? How are we going to co-parent for the sake of Kai? There's no obligation that he has to make Shayla happy. The problem is, though, he created this beast. He's created a standard and an expectation. He's created a norm for Shayla. And so now he's switching up, and Shayla is losing her rocks. But the truth of the matter is he's not obligated to Shayla. And so I don't know what Piarry is talking about. I need Piarry to go to sleep. I need Piarry to put the laptop down or something. She need to go on and get some sleep, because the stuff she's saying ain't making a bit of sense to me. Because just the other day she was saying something totally different. She be acting weird. She a weirdo. Like what? One minute you down his throat talking about he need to choose. The next minute you talking about some Shayla's happiness. The next minute you talking about Amber. Like what are you talking? This I don't even know what to say. I'm wondering if Anthony is having second thoughts about just sticking it out with Shayla because of stuff like what PR is saying. I don't know. But the more and more he continues to be checked out from Shayla, the more she's going to act crazy. And I think the writers are trying to give us crazy when it comes to Shayla. So put it in the comments what you think. Was this good advice from PR, or was this ridiculous advice and it didn't make no sense like it did for me? All right, put it in the comments, y'all. Let me know what y'all thinking.